Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Calls for Confetti's YouTube channel. This is Dawn Pauly, and I'm so glad you could join me. Today, I'm using the lovely Alice's Story Honeysuckle stamp set. This is an awesome stamp set that has a beautiful backstory about Lisa's mother, and you can read all about it on the back of the stamp set if you get it. You can also purchase the coordinating die set, which is really great. I know I love sets that you can purchase the die set for. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is stamp out a bunch of the honeysuckle onto a piece of white cardstock with some black alcohol-friendly ink. And make sure the paper is also good for alcohol inks as well. I say this because you're not going to be doing a lot of coloring with the honeysuckle, but the leaves and the flowers are very small and you don't want your ink to blend outside of the lines at all. Once I stamp out my images, I'm going to quickly color them in. I'm not doing anything special, so I'm just gonna quickly color them. I'm using my new Ohuhu alcohol markers today. They work just like Copic markers, but you can use anything that you like to color them in, even colored pencils. I'm coloring all the leaves with GY7 as my base color, and then I just quickly bring in some GY5 to just give it a little bit of shading. For the flowers, I'm coloring them all in with some Y030. This is like a very light yellow color. And once I color them all in, I'm just going to bring in some Y050 to just add a small touch of a little bit darker yellow, but you could just use one color if you really wanted to. And then once I'm done with the coloring, I use the coordinating die to cut them out. The dies line up really nice onto the image, and I do tape them in place so that they don't move around. Next, I get an A2 sized white card base and then another piece of white cardstock. I decided I wanted to adhere the honeysuckle onto a smaller rectangle, so I'm using the Happy Layering die set to cut it out. You can pick whatever size rectangle you want. I picked a medium sized one that was big enough to hold all of the honeysuckle, and then I'm just going to run it through my die cut machine. Now I'm going to start to assemble the card. I do cut some of the honeysuckle into smaller pieces with my scissors just because I want more of the tops of the honeysuckle to stick out in different places. Once I have all the pieces where I want them to go, I'm going to use some Glad press and seal to hold them in place. The press and seal makes it so easy when working with a bunch of smaller pieces. By using this, you don't have to try and remember where all of the pieces go. You just lay the press and seal on top of all of the flower pieces and press them in place. Then you gently peel it up off of the paper, and this will hold all of your flowers exactly where you put them. You can even move some of the pieces around really easy once they're on the press and seal. Then I decided I wanted a black border around my card, so I took another rectangle from the Happy Layering die, and I used the next size up from the one I used for the white rectangle, and then I'm just going to run that through my die cut machine. I adhere the white rectangle to the black rectangle, and then I adhere a piece of white craft foam to the back of the black rectangle just to give a little dimension onto the card. And then I adhere the entire card front I made to an A2 sized card base. Now I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to adhere all of the flowers to the front of the card. I take my liquid glue and I work in layers. I first adhere all of the pieces underneath with the liquid glue, making sure to press them down really good. And you can also move your little stems around so that they're hidden behind so you don't see them sticking out. And once I get all the underneath pieces done, then I'm going to quickly place glue on all the top layer of the die cuts. And then all you have to do is place the press and seal over your card front and press it down good, making sure that all the flowers are pressed onto the front of the card and that the glue adheres a little bit. And then you just gently peel the press and seal off of the flowers. And yes, it's that easy to do. Look at how awesome that it came out, and you can save the press and seal to use it again later. Next, I stamp the happy birthday sentiment onto the front of the card. And to finish off the card, I'm using my favorite Black Raven pearls. I use these all the time. And I'm also using the lift and release tool that they sell. One end has a wax tip that helps to pick up the pearls, and the other end has a pick on it. I place the pearls where I want them to go, and then I just adhere them in place with my liquid glue. And that's going to complete my card for today. I think this card came out super pretty, and it was super quick and easy to make, especially when using the Glad Press and Seal. I want to thank you for joining me on This Calls for Confetti's YouTube channel. I would love for you to leave a comment and let me know what you think of the card. And be sure to subscribe to This Calls for Confetti's YouTube channel and hit the bell so you get the notifications on when new content is added. And don't forget to subscribe to their other social media platforms and check out their website for all their new releases. I want to thank you for stopping by and spending your time with me. Have yourself a wonderful day.